Welcome to Spam Filter for Your Brain, bite-sized ponderings on how our thoughts influence our behaviour and our lives, and because we're all connected, how our thoughts impact the world. I'm here to help people reconnect with their bodies and declutter their brains. And I don't believe that we should just magically know how our emotions and our thoughts impact our lives if no one ever teaches us. So let's learn this stuff together. When I first started coaching, one of the first bits of information that broke my brain that I was learning was that when you take control of your own thoughts, you stop waiting for other people to change. And I, like many of us, had spent an entire lifetime trying to make sure that if my actions were nice enough, I could control how other people thought about me and how other people felt about me, and I thought therefore how they would act and interact with me. And it never worked. It's really surprising, that, isn't it? But I think most of us try it. I think most of us are brought up believing that if we do all of the nice things for all of the people, that we will be liked and therefore we will be safe. And there was a whole load of me that did not want to acknowledge that I was trying to manipulate other people's behaviour so that I could feel better, or trying to control what they were allowed to do so I could feel okay about myself. And when I realised that I can actually decide what I want to think and feel about stuff, irrespective of other people's actions and behaviour, I was able to get a lot more control back over my own life, and I was able to stop hanging around waiting for other people to change. I can think of 1,000 different examples of where I was hoping that someone would stop doing the thing that they were doing so that I could feel okay about myself and so that I could feel okay about them. And actually, I don't always want to feel okay about myself or about them. What I want to do is to be able to assess whether the situation that is going on around me in very real terms is something that I want in my life or not. So it's more about boundaries rather than me trying to control what other people do or what they don't do. So, for example, I've got, I know someone at the moment who's being really horrible to someone that I love, and old me would have thought, okay, well, I really want you to stop doing that so I can think nice things about you, and so my friend can stop being hurt by this thing, and then I don't have to think that anybody is a bad person in this and everyone can feel nice and happy. But the truth is that they are doing that thing. And me wishing and hoping that they would not do it is simply wasting energy on something that can never be. Me wishing it into existence doesn't actually make it so. What I can do is look at the fact that they are doing this thing, and knowing that they are, how do I want to show up for myself and for my friend, and maybe to them as well, knowing that this is the case. So, for example, I don't have to welcome that person into my life. I don't choose to. It means that I have more energy to support my friend rather than going, he shouldn't, and sitting there bitching about all the things that, he's done so terribly wrong. And it also means that I'm not wasting time going, I wish he wouldn't do that so I can feel nice about things. I can go, actually, he is doing that thing, and I'm completely comfortable with feeling like I don't want that kind of behaviour in my life, and that isn't someone that I choose to hold close in this moment. And when I can see it with that kind of clarity, it stops being, I need them to stop doing that thing so I can feel better. And I have a view that I think is a lot more aligned with my politics, really, of actually that isn't something that I approve of, and therefore that isn't something that I want in my life. So I'm not trying to control them to not do it, because frankly they're going to do it whether I approve of it or not. It becomes, who do I want to be in this situation? And it is actually, for me right now in this situation, it's someone who doesn't want to condone or entertain that kind of behaviour in my life. And ironically, by allowing them to behave in what I think is an unacceptable way, it frees me to have more of what I want in my life, which is more respect for my own space, my own boundaries, and what I choose to have. When I'm trying to waste my time and thinking about what he should or shouldn't be doing, I don't have as much time for me. I don't have as much time to look after myself, and I certainly don't have as much time to support my friends. I don't want to be wasting my time trying to control what other people can and can't do as fully grown adults. What I want to be doing is working out how I respond to it and the things that I choose to have in my life and the things that I choose to respond to. When I stop giving all of my power away to other people, hoping that they're going to behave in a particular way so that I can feel all right about myself, there's just a lot more of me to go round to be able to create more of the kind of loving, kind, compassionate world that I want to see, rather than telling everyone else what they should and shouldn't be doing. That, as a brain-breaking idea, has served me very well so far, and I hope that it's useful for some of you. See you next week. If you've been enjoying what you're hearing on the podcast, you will love Self-Care School. Self-Care School is longer versions of this, more in-depth and more personalised. We have a whole hub of courses from body image to boundaries, perfectionism, time management, and a whole range of other topics. You name it, there's probably a course on it. But most importantly, we also have a weekly group coaching call where you get to apply this stuff to your everyday life and get support to try and untangle your own story from some of the emotions that you might not be enjoying in your life. If you would like to learn how to apply this work to your specific situation and to be building a life of your dreams, I would love to see you inside. Do pop over to selfcareschool.co.uk.